Hello, today I'm talking to Josh Giesbrick of Resurrect Christ Foundation and Bryn Porter, also known as the Brain Porter. My name is Kate. I am a member of the Board of Directors of the Music on the Mountain Society. I am today and most days on the traditional unceded territories of the Lheidli T'enneh. I'm really happy to be here with you both today.
Kate, how you doing? Hi, Kate.
I'm doing pretty good, Josh. Thanks for asking. Okay, so the song is called Jezebel. It is a Resurrect Christ Foundation song covered by the Brain Porter. It is the final song to be released on this Mom Celebration album, Under the Quilt. We'll be talking a little bit more about the album after the interview here, but to start off, let's just do a quick update. As per usual, Josh, I know we spoke just a few weeks ago, but what's new since then? How's your life been?
Pretty chill, life's basically hanging up in the sock drawer.
Yeah, fair enough. Consistency is good. How about you, Bryn? How have the past few weeks have been for you?
Yeah, it's been good. Got to play some shows recently down in Wells, and yeah, it's nice to see life start to pan out, but it looks like that might not be happening for very much longer.
Yeah, I can imagine there's a few of us out there kind of craving the consistency of the inside of a sock drawer right about now. Okay, so as some of you already know, the main event of these interviews is typically giving you, Josh, the opportunity to hear your song performed for the very first time or played for the very first time, I should say. So how about we just take a listen and then we'll talk about it after. How does that sound?
Yeah, sure.
Okay, here it is, Jezebel. Covered by the Brain Porter.
All right.
Jezebel. Marry me today, this is the only say what is awfully short for being drawn out and long. The lay that describes all my love for you. What a riddle to entertain in this dark weather. Now marry me, the one so clever. I want to experience true pain and regret, to toil for nothing but sweat and uselessness. Oh, to make my life hell, will you be my Jezebel? So sweet it is. Stop me if I know flow. Spare me many which say it's the wish all our Perfect worse now what the mirror my perfect works in the nature sleep in the car. Mom ran on me before she caused the obvious. You while you twisted in your keep your head.
That was Jezebel, covered by the Brain Porter, the song originally by Resurrect Christ Foundation. Josh, I gotta say, I'm a little surprised at how expressive you were throughout that. Tell me how you're feeling.
Well, do you think that we're a cult by any chance? What do you mean? Well, we're a band. We're not a druidic cult. I don't really know what you're getting at.
Josh, while I appreciate the sentiment, I'm sure you can understand where Bryn's coming from and maybe thinking that or treating the song in the way that he did.
I was just trying to make something that was close to as weird as you are. What the hell do you mean by that? I'm one of your biggest fans, like seriously. Like Resurrect Christ Foundation is top 5 bands. Top 5, eh?
That's pretty good, Josh. There's a lot of bands out there.
Not good enough.
Okay, so maybe we can talk a little bit about how this song came to be. Bryn, did you know right away this was the song you wanted to cover? I mean, you mentioned you're a big fan of the Resurrect Christ Foundation. You knew their catalog pretty well. Did you know right away which one you wanted to cover?
If I did Resurrect Christ Foundation, I knew exactly which song I wanted to cover. But to be completely honest, me doing the Resurrect Christ Foundation was too much of a given that I was really hoping that someone else would pick them. But yeah, lo and behold, I think everyone was a little frightened.
You scoffed, Josh. Tell me more. Why do you think nobody picked you for a cover here?
Nobody ever picks me. Ouch, Betty.
I would suggest that maybe it's because they were intimidated by the complexity of the songs, that there was just too much for one person or one group of people to cover that were not you and your band. Do you think that might be the case? Yeah. Okay, so Josh, maybe we can talk about the name, the Resurrect Christ Foundation, because you mentioned you are not a cult. I imagine that is a common misconception. Perhaps you can talk us through what exactly the Resurrect Christ Foundation is.
Well, we're more of an organization, really. The idea is that we can bring Christ back through the same methods that Jurassic Park brought the dinosaurs. And sure, we do get together in big groups in pretty dark places and circles and make some chants, but I'm still offended.
Okay. Okay, Bryn, how about you? I mean, I know you incorporate a number of cover songs into your live shows, but most of them are typically kind of 90s cover tunes or like 90s hip hop tunes, I should say. How was this different? What was it different, or what was it like to cover a Resurrect Christ Foundation song?
Well, it's fun because like normally I'm taking a song that everybody knows is like, this is where music went and people recognize it and try and make it weird. Whereas if anyone's heard this recording, it starts off pretty weird. Yeah, it was really a challenge to not make it sound more normal, which I didn't want to do because that's, something that I aspire to do. Well, you sure did that. Thanks, Josh. Wasn't a compliment.
Josh, I just want to check in. Are you okay? You're looking a little pale.
I'm a little bummed out from that song, really.
I'm so sorry to hear that. I gotta say, I really enjoyed it.
What did you enjoy about it, Kate?
Interesting turning of the tables there, Josh. What did I enjoy about it? I particularly liked the vocals in reverse at the end. I thought that was a really interesting way to conclude the song. Yeah, something I would have never thought of.
Well, there's only so many lyrics in the song, so I had to bring it home. What are you saying? I'm saying that they're great lyrics. They're really interesting and kind of culty.
Josh, Bryn, I want to thank you both so much for talking with me tonight. I'm gonna call it a day right here before we get too further into calling Resurrect Christ Foundation a cult. Any final words before we wrap up?
Absolutely not. I would like to say, yeah, I'm stoked that this concludes the album. A lot of artists have done a lot of great work, and yeah, here's track 19.
Yeah, so for those interested, you can find this track at momfest.bandcamp.com. As Bryn just said, Jezebel is the last of 19 songs on the cover album Under the Quilt. You can stream the album online, but as I've been saying, please consider buying it if you can. It will help fund future Music on the Mountain festivals. And I want to say a big thank you to Bryn for all of his work on this album. He did a lot of work behind the scenes and also in the planning stages. Not only did he play on a number of tracks, but also mixed and mastered them and organized every single one of these interviews, coordinating a seemingly infinite number of schedules over the past few months. So big thank you there. And also to the Music on the Mountain Board of Directors for rolling with the punches in the past year and being open to kind of a creative approach to how to do COVID times. Yeah, it was a big blow for all of us, I think, when Mom got canceled in 2020, and it really speaks to the resilience of the board that we're all still here and working on it.
Thanks, Kate, for doing so many interviews, and not only that, but coming up with the idea of this whole thing too.
Oh yeah, and to Ben as well, my co-interviewer. We should sit down and do an interview, the two interviewers at some point. I think that'd be fun. I also want to acknowledge the support of the BC Arts Council. And typically I sign off with see you next time, but I think this concludes it. So thank you both.
You're very welcome. Yeah, a lot of fun.
Josh, take care of yourself, okay? I'm worried about you.
You too.
Okay, bye.
Bye. See ya.